If you're on a GLP-1 or you're thinking about it and you're over 40, this video will change how you think about your journey. GLP-1 is not just about some quick weight loss gimmick. It is about longevity. It is about living a stronger and better life. I think there's too much hype around GLP being this magic shot, and that's not really the case. It's actually helping you far more than you know. Fat loss after 40, let's face it, it is just different. You've got estrogen, progesterone, your insulin resistance, your metabolism. You've got all these things in your body going on that change how your body is processing food, how it's processing your weight. Everything about it changes after 40. We also start naturally having muscle loss as we get older, and that just continues the older we get. And that loss of muscle causes your metabolism to slow down. You can no longer just eat less and move more and expect that you're going to lose weight. That worked in our young days, but after 40, that doesn't work. I can promise you. I spent months trying to do that and got nowhere. And I'm sure if you're here, you're probably experiencing the same thing. If you're feeling overwhelmed or confused about GLP-1s, maybe you've just started or maybe you're thinking about starting, I put together a nice resource guide that will answer hopefully all of your questions. You can just type peptides below in the comments and we'll get that over to you. So let's talk about the role of a GLP-1 in your weight loss journey. What is its job? Well, one is it helps with your appetite. It does create an appetite suppressant so that you're not hungry all the time and constantly thinking about food, which is the food noise that it also helps with. It also helps with your blood sugar. That was a huge one for me. I was constantly having blood sugar issues, and then I would start eating because I thought if I ate more, I could get my blood sugar to chill out. And especially when I was doing activity, I was on the tennis courts and all of a sudden my hands are shaking and my blood sugars are going nuts. And I'm thinking, well, let me just eat some more things. I don't have that anymore. So I'm no longer having to worry or deal with that. GLP-1 does not preserve muscle, nor does it cause more muscle loss than any other weight loss program. I think there's a huge myth about, oh, you're going to lose all your muscle on a GLP-1. Well, you're going to lose all your muscle on any weight loss program, and you're going to start losing muscle as you age. That's just part of it. So a GLP-1 does not do that. It does not cause that. And it's not the job of the GLP-1 to preserve your muscle. That's your job through your strength training, through your protein. You need to make sure you're getting enough protein, and you need to be intentional about your movement and about building strength. Here's what long-term success looks like. It is about creating a lifestyle that you can live inside of. The GLP-1 gives you the time to work on making those habit changes, like making sure you're eating protein with each meal, like making sure you're getting enough calories, making sure that you're not getting too high of sugar intake, if any sugar, or high of fat. It gives you time to learn how to cook the way you might need to cook. It gives you the time to figure out how to prep if you've never done prepping. It gives you the time to make sure you're getting enough water in because you're not so consumed with the noise of food and what's my next meal and when am I going to eat next and oh my God, I can't believe I can't have pizza anymore and all these crazy things that go through our head that make it so hard, especially as we're gotten older, to lose any weight. You need to make a mindset shift. It's no longer about getting skinny. It's about getting strong. I don't care, and I've said this for a long time, but especially as I've gotten older, it's never been about getting skinny and wearing skinny jeans or any of that. Yeah, that's great, and I want to lose the weight, but it's more about feeling strong in my body. I did a story today and I talked about, going to my doctor and getting a health score. He gives health scores. He's a kinesiologist, different than a regular MD. And so he listens to your body. He actually talks to your body. And so when I started going to him, I had a body score of 30. I now have a body score of 65 and I'm aiming to get to 90. This is like my health grade. This is how healthy I am. I'm not waiting until I get sick. I am getting preventively healthy so that as I age, I'm 62 years old, I'm going to be 63 this year. I want to be doing what I was doing when I was 50, when I was 40, when I was 30. And I can tell you right now, I am. Since I started on the peptides, GLP-1, there's other peptides that I use. My knees no longer hurt. My elbows are no longer hurting from tennis. I'm not having a lot of the issues that I had. My gut is getting cleaned out. Like, I feel like I'm back at 40. I mean, I really feel way better than I did in my 50s. And I couldn't say that a year ago. I have intentionally been working on my health, and peptide and the world of peptides is a new addition in my world, and it's changing everything. So a lot of times I get asked, are you going to stay on a GLP-1 forever? What happens when you quit? Well, right now, I don't see myself quitting. I will do what's called microdosing, which, to be honest, is what I'm doing because the higher dosages for me didn't work, so I stayed at the lower. There are so many health benefits to a GLP-1 that go beyond weight loss, cardiovascular health. Now there's studies showing it helps with dementia and Alzheimer's. So I really don't see a reason at the moment that I would want to not be on this particular peptide along with a couple other, because I'm about making my body as strong and powerful and having as much energy as I can. So I would encourage you, don't get too caught up in your scale. Make sure that you're kind of overall reading what's going on with your body. I know the scale didn't move as fast as I wanted to, but luckily I did measurements and I've lost 21 inches and I've now lost 21 pounds in the last 3 months. I will take it. I feel better than I have felt in a long time, and I am continuing to move in the right place. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. And you're not going to want to miss the very first video if you found this one and you haven't started at the first in the series, which is all about peptides. So I will look forward to seeing you in the next video.